Hi everyone, my name is Christine Sickrick. Welcome to my digital story. It took me a long time to get to where I am today. I have my bachelor's degree in psychology and my master's in business. So you guys are probably wondering why I'm getting a second master's. I've always been passionate about school counseling and the helping profession. I never told you guys this before, but I actually started my master's in school counseling right out of college. And then I stopped and I took the first job that came to me. Was it a good choice? At the time it seemed to be, but there was always something inside that just didn't feel right. So after having 2 kids and an even crazier life, I decided to finish what I started. So as you can see, I have a bunch of puzzle pieces out here. I'm going to try to push myself out of my comfort zone and attempt to be creative because as counselors, we need to be creative in certain situations. So I'm going to speak about my journey through these puzzle pieces because right now my life is an incomplete puzzle. Okay, so my first piece represents something I've already accomplished, which is my bachelor's in psych and my master's in business. My next piece represents my comfort zone. I'm not usually one to be creative, but I understand that is necessary in order to be the best counselor that I can be. After all, we have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. My third piece is Counseling Apps 1 and Therapeutic Relationship. So this is my second semester in the school counseling program. My journey through Counseling Apps 1 has been a growing experience for me. I learned about building a good therapeutic relationship with the student I am counseling in order to create a good foundation and a bond. Then we move into invitational skills, which have 2 categories of nonverbal skills and opening skills. Nonverbal skills are important because in order to build a sense of trust and comfort, you must have appropriate eye contact, voice tone, and body position. And as Professor Chris would say, my client needs to know that I have feet. Opening skills are equally as important. I learned to use door openers such as say some more about that, and minimal encouragers like, okay, right. I think throughout my journey, I was able to execute these skills pretty well. Another part of opening skills are open questions and closed questions. These are important because open questions get the student to speak about how they are feeling. Closed questions are used to determine specific information. At times, I felt like I used too many open questions in my sessions. So I realized this is an area I need to improve upon. Then we move on to reflecting skills, like paraphrasing and reflecting feeling. I'm still not where I need to be with paraphrasing, but I know I will get better with practice. Reflecting feeling is so important so that the student knows that the counselor understands the emotions behind the story. The next piece of my puzzle represents the advanced reflecting skills, which include reflecting meaning and summarizing. I learned that these skills are used to get a deeper understanding in the student's story. I get stuck at times when I reflect meaning, but I feel like I'm usually able to recover in the end. Then we move into challenging skills. I learned these should be used once I have good rapport with my student. This involves giving feedback and confrontation. In this area, I feel like I improved throughout this class. I am not hesitant to provide feedback as well as confront when needed. I believe these skills are very important in getting the student to understand any discrepancies in the story. My next puzzle piece represents probably my favorite part of class. I learned a theoretical approach to counseling. I learned that many theories can be used, such as psychoanalytic, Adlerian, Gestalt, and cognitive behavioral. That's just to name a few. Coming into this, I always had an interest in CBT, but I was just unclear of what it was about. So after doing my website project, I realized that this is an approach that was for me. CBT is the idea of how we think, feel, and act all interact in a cause and effect relationship. So irrational thoughts can cause you to feel a certain way, which then has an effect on your behavior. There are so many techniques that I feel can be used depending on the student. This will allow me to be creative in putting my own spin on things. In my 20-minute counseling session, I really enjoyed trying these techniques out and putting them into practice. The last piece of my puzzle represents the Master's in School Counseling. This is a goal of mine, so once my journey is complete, I'll be able to add it to the puzzle, okay? So right now I will just put it off to the side a little bit. Overall, I really enjoyed my counseling journey throughout this class. I learned about all my strengths and weaknesses, as well as which approach I would like to take when counseling somebody. Good luck to everyone on their counseling journeys. It was a pleasure learning and growing with you all. Thank you for Professor Chris for teaching me all of these skills. All in all, everyone has their own path to take. Some may be longer or shorter than others, but in the end, we all have the same goal in mind. Thank you and have a great summer.